A blind man hired a piano teacher for his daughter, but he cried deeply when she played her first melody. Paul Matthews, once a successful businessman, now navigates life with impaired vision in a small, tranquil town. The confines of his modest home feel even smaller as he struggles to adapt to his new reality. His spirited daughter, Ashley, is the light in his otherwise dim world, her laughter and boundless curiosity giving him a reason to push through each day. In contrast, his glamorous wife, Stephanie, remains distant, more engrossed in her social media and fashion than in the lives of her family. Each day, Paul battles the guilt of not being able to provide Ashley with the excitement and engagement she deserves. The town offers little for a young girl full of energy and imagination. Paul's mind often drifts back to his days of playing the piano, the music a joyful escape now silenced and covered in dust. He yearns to bring back the melodies that once filled their home and brightened their lives, hoping it might also rekindle something within himself. Despite his struggles, the bond between Paul and Ashley is unbreakable. She is his anchor, the reason he faces each new day with determination. Her resilience inspires him to find ways to bring joy and normalcy back into their lives. As he contemplates their future, a plan begins to form, one that involves reintroducing the magic of music into their home and, with it, a sense of hope and connection. Paul's realization comes on a sunny afternoon when he watches Ashley dance around the living room, her movements filled with joy and uninhibited energy. She spins and twirls, pretending to be a ballerina, and for a moment, Paul is transported back to a time when music was a constant in their lives. The piano, now a silent observer in the corner, seems to call out to him. He sees the need for an outlet for Ashley's creativity and energy, something that can bring them closer and fill their home with warmth. That same afternoon, feeling a sudden urge, Paul sits at the piano bench and lets his fingers glide over the keys. He plays a few tentative notes, and the familiar sound stirs something deep within him. The melodies are fragmented, but the act of playing brings back a flood of memories. That evening, after Ashley has gone to bed, Paul sits at the kitchen table, lost in thought. The idea of hiring a piano teacher forms in his mind. Music had always been a source of happiness and connection for him. Perhaps it could be the same for Ashley. He remembers the way her eyes light up when she hears a beautiful melody, and he feels a spark of hope. Determined, Paul begins his search for a piano teacher. He sifts through online listings and local ads, looking for someone who can not only teach but inspire. He hopes to find a teacher who can bring a fresh energy into their home and nurture Ashley's budding love for music. The process is slow, but Paul is patient, driven by the vision of Ashley at the piano, her fingers finding the notes that will fill their home with life once more. Paul's search for a piano teacher finally leads him to Melanie, a recommendation from a friend in town. Melanie arrives one sunny morning, her presence immediately bringing a sense of warmth and vibrancy to the Matthews household. She is a young woman with a kind smile and a palpable passion for music, which instantly puts Ashley at ease. As they sit down at the piano, Melanie's enthusiasm is contagious, filling the room with a renewed sense of hope. Paul watches from the doorway, his heart swelling with anticipation as he listens to the first tentative notes. During their first lesson, Melanie gently guides Ashley's hands over the keys, encouraging her to find the melody within herself. The room fills with the sound of simple, yet beautiful notes, and Ashley's face lights up with joy. Paul can't help but smile, feeling a deep sense of gratitude. Melanie's teaching style is nurturing and patient, making the experience enjoyable for Ashley. The connection between teacher and student is immediate and strong, laying the foundation for a journey that promises to be enriching. As the lessons continue, the piano comes to life once more, its melodies weaving through the house and lifting everyone's spirits. Paul starts to notice changes in Ashley. Her confidence grows, and she seems happier and more focused. Melanie becomes a regular presence in their home, and her kindness extends beyond the lessons. She often stays for tea, chatting with Paul about music and life, bridging the gap that his blindness has created. The bond forming between Melanie, Ashley, and Paul brings a new sense of family unity. One evening, as Paul listens to Melanie play a hauntingly beautiful piece, he is struck by a wave of intense emotion. The melody is achingly familiar, stirring memories of a time long past. It is a piece composed by Mary, his first love, whose music had once been a cornerstone of his life. Overwhelmed, Paul feels tears welling up in his eyes. He tries to hold back, but the flood of emotions is too strong. He falls to his knees, sobbing uncontrollably as the music reaches deep into his soul, unearthing the love and pain he thought he had long buried. Through his tears, Paul asks Melanie about the song. She shares Mary's story, revealing that she has faced severe hardships, including being wrongfully accused and separated from her son, Liam, by a corrupt school director, Patrick. Paul's heart aches with the knowledge of Mary's suffering. The connection he feels to her music reignites old feelings and a sense of urgency to help. He realizes that his journey with Melanie and Ashley has led him to a new purpose. Determined to right the wrongs Mary has faced, Paul decides to take action. His quest to bring joy to Ashley's life has now intertwined with a deeper mission: to reunite Mary with her son and to confront the injustices they have endured. Paul's determination to help Mary leads him to dive into her past, seeking out every detail of the injustice she faced. He learns that Mary was wrongfully accused of embezzlement by Patrick, the corrupt school director, who manipulated the evidence to remove her from her position. This betrayal not only destroyed her career but also separated her from her son, Liam, who was placed in foster care. The depth of Mary's suffering fuels Paul's resolve to uncover the truth and bring justice to her and Liam. Melanie becomes Paul's ally in this quest, providing support and sharing her insights. Together, they start gathering evidence, interviewing former colleagues and friends who might have information about Patrick's schemes. Paul uses his business acumen and connections to track down leads, often meeting resistance from those still loyal to Patrick. The process is grueling, and there are moments of doubt, but Paul's determination never wavers. He knows that reuniting Mary with Liam will not only heal their wounds, but also give his own life a new purpose. As Paul delves deeper, he uncovers shocking revelations about Stephanie's involvement. She had been conspiring with Patrick, using Paul's blindness and vulnerability to their advantage. This betrayal cuts deeply, shaking Paul to his core. The woman he thought he knew had been part of the very plot that devastated Mary's life. Confronting Stephanie becomes unavoidable, and Paul is torn between his anger and the need to stay focused on his mission. This internal struggle adds another layer of complexity to his already tumultuous journey. Facing Patrick directly is the most daunting challenge of all. Paul arranges a meeting under the guise of a business proposition, using the opportunity to confront him about his misdeeds. The confrontation is tense, with Patrick attempting to dismiss Paul's accusations. However, Paul's unwavering resolve and the mounting evidence begin to crack Patrick's facade. The encounter leaves Paul both exhausted and invigorated, knowing he has taken a significant step towards justice. Patrick's arrogance and denial only fuel Paul's determination to see this through to the end. With Melanie's encouragement and Ashley's unwavering support, Paul presses on. The legal battle looms ahead, fraught with obstacles and uncertainties. Yet, Paul remains steadfast, driven by the love he still feels for Mary and the desire to give Liam the family he deserves. The trials he faces are immense, but Paul's spirit is unyielding. He knows that the path to justice is rarely easy, but every step brings him closer to healing the past and forging a brighter future for them all. Paul's relentless pursuit of justice and truth finally bears fruit when he manages to gather irrefutable evidence against Patrick. With Melanie's help, they compile testimonies, documents, and records that paint a clear picture of Patrick's corruption and Stephanie's betrayal. The discovery is bittersweet. While it validates Paul's efforts and Mary's innocence, it also forces him to confront the deep-seated deceit in his own life. He realizes that uncovering the truth is only half the battle. The next step is to use this information to reunite Mary with her son, Liam. Determined to see this through, Paul contacts a reputable lawyer, presenting the evidence they've gathered. The legal process is rigorous, but the case against Patrick and Stephanie is strong. The lawyer reassures Paul that they have a solid chance of winning, and the lawsuit is filed. Throughout this ordeal, Paul's mind is a whirlwind of emotions, but he remains steadfast, fueled by the thought of Mary and Liam finally being together again. His determination is further bolstered by Ashley, whose innocent optimism serves as a beacon of hope. The day Paul reunites with Mary is one of profound emotion. They meet in a quiet park, where the sound of children playing in the distance serves as a poignant backdrop. As Mary approaches, Paul feels a surge of love and regret. The years apart, filled with pain and hardship, melt away as they embrace, tears streaming down both their faces. Mary's gratitude is palpable, and as they sit and talk, the old bond they once shared is rekindled. Paul tells her about the evidence and the impending legal battle, promising her that he will see it through to the end. In a moment of heart-wrenching revelation, Mary takes Paul's hand, her eyes filled with a mix of hope and fear. She tells him about Liam, her voice trembling. She reveals that Liam is not just any boy, but Paul's son. The weight of her words hits Paul like a tidal wave, and he is momentarily breathless, the world spinning around him. The realization is both joyous and heartbreaking. The years they lost cannot be reclaimed, but the future holds the promise of new beginnings. Tears of mixed emotions stream down Paul's face as he processes this life-changing news. As they prepare for the court case, Paul and Mary grow closer, their shared purpose creating a new, stronger bond. Paul's love for Mary, reignited and intensified by their struggles, gives him the strength to face the challenges ahead. With the support of Melanie, Ashley, and their lawyer, Paul and Mary stand united, ready to confront the courtroom battles that await. Their journey is far from over, but together, they face the future with hope and determination, knowing that the most important fight is for their family's happiness and justice. Paul faces the biggest challenge of his life as he prepares to take on Patrick in court. The legal battle is fierce, with Patrick using every trick in the book to discredit Paul and the evidence he has gathered. Stephanie, desperate to save herself, aligns with Patrick, her betrayal deepening the chasm between her and Paul. The courtroom becomes a battleground, with Paul standing resolute, his love for Mary and Liam giving him the strength to endure the grueling process. Each day is a test of his resolve, but Paul's determination never falters. Outside the courtroom, Paul confronts Stephanie in a heated exchange. She tries to justify her actions, but Paul sees through her lies, his heart hardened by her deceit. The confrontation is intense, emotions running high as years of pent-up anger and hurt spill over. Stephanie's desperation is palpable, but Paul remains unmoved, his focus unwavering. He knows that exposing the truth is the only way to bring justice for Mary and Liam. The encounter leaves Paul drained, yet more determined than ever to see his mission through. With the trial underway, Paul leverages his business acumen and connections to strengthen their case. He calls on former colleagues and allies who come forward with crucial evidence against Patrick. The courtroom drama intensifies, with each revelation bringing them closer to victory. Melanie and Ashley remain by Paul's side, their support and encouragement a constant source of strength. The bond between them grows stronger, creating a sense of unity that bolsters Paul's spirit during the darkest moments of the trial. Paul's most harrowing ordeal comes when he takes the stand, recounting the betrayal and the impact on his life. His testimony is powerful, filled with raw emotion that moves everyone in the courtroom. He speaks not just for himself, but for Mary and Liam, his words a testament to their resilience and love. The experience is cathartic, purging years of pain and setting the stage for a new beginning. As Paul finishes his testimony, he feels a sense of release, knowing he has done everything in his power to fight for justice. The trial concludes with the jury deliberating over the evidence presented. The wait is agonizing, but Paul holds on to the hope that justice will prevail. When the verdict is finally announced, the courtroom erupts in relief and joy. Patrick is found guilty, and Stephanie's involvement is exposed, leading to her arrest. The sense of triumph is overwhelming, and Paul embraces Mary and Melanie, their tears a mix of joy and relief. The victory is not just legal but deeply personal, a testament to their courage and unwavering determination. With the court victory behind them, Paul focuses on the next step, reuniting Mary with Liam. The legal hurdles are significant, but the evidence of Patrick's corruption and Mary's wrongful accusation pave the way for a swift resolution. The court grants Mary custody of Liam, and the moment they are reunited is one of overwhelming emotion. Paul watches as mother and son embrace, tears of joy streaming down their faces. It is a moment of profound healing, the culmination of their long and painful journey. Paul decides it's time to confront Stephanie one last time. The conversation is brief but intense, filled with finality. Stephanie, now facing legal consequences for her actions, attempts to explain herself, but Paul has no interest in her excuses. He files for divorce, determined to close this chapter of his life and move forward. The legal process is swift, and Stephanie's attempts to contest it are futile. She is held accountable for her part in the betrayal, ensuring that she faces the full weight of justice. As the dust settles, Paul feels a sense of liberation. He has not only cleared Mary's name, but also rid himself of the toxic influence that Stephanie represented. The victory is bittersweet, marked by the losses they've endured, but also by the new beginnings it heralds. Paul's relationship with Mary deepens, and they begin to rebuild their lives together. They decide to leave behind the painful memories and start anew, focusing on the future they can create together. Paul sells his business, a symbolic gesture of letting go of the past. With the proceeds, he and Mary open a music school, a dream they both share. The school becomes a place of healing and joy, where children like Ashley can explore their love for music. Paul finds immense satisfaction in teaching again, his blindness no longer a hindrance but a unique part of his identity. The music school thrives, a testament to their resilience and the power of love and determination. The Matthews family, now complete with Liam, lives in harmony. The challenges they faced have forged stronger bonds between them. Paul, Mary, Ashley, and Liam find happiness in the simple moments, their lives enriched by the music that brought them together. The journey was arduous, filled with trials and heartache, but it led them to a place of peace and fulfillment. Paul's transformation is complete, his life now filled with purpose and the joy of a family united by love and music. Paul emerges from his journey profoundly changed. The man who once felt diminished by his impaired vision now stands tall, his spirit renewed. His experiences have taught him resilience and the true value of love and family. Selling his business was a turning point, symbolizing his commitment to a new life filled with purpose. He finds immense joy in teaching music, his passion reignited as he shares his love for melodies with children and adults alike. The music school thrives, becoming a beacon of hope and creativity in the community. Mary's presence brings a sense of completeness to Paul's life. Their love, rekindled through shared struggles, blossoms into a partnership built on mutual respect and admiration. Together, they nurture the music school, creating a haven where young talents can flourish. Ashley and Liam become inseparable, their laughter and playful banter filling the halls with life. The family bonds strengthen, each member contributing to the harmonious environment that Paul and Mary have cultivated. The transformation in Paul is evident to all who know him. Friends and neighbors marvel at the change, inspired by his journey from despair to empowerment. His blindness, once a source of frustration, is now an integral part of his identity, a testament to his strength and perseverance. Paul's ability to connect with his students on a deeper level, understanding their fears and aspirations, makes him a beloved figure in the community. The school not only teaches music, but also imparts lessons of resilience and hope. Paul's relationship with Ashley grows even closer. She admires her father's courage and dedication, learning from his example every day. The piano, once a symbol of loss, now represents their bond and shared love for music. Their duets become a cherished routine, moments of pure joy that remind Paul of how far they've come. Ashley's talent blossoms under his and Melanie's guidance, her confidence soaring as she performs in recitals and school events. The Matthews family, now complete and happy, lives in harmony. They cherish the simple moments, from shared meals to impromptu music sessions in their cozy home. The trials they faced have forged an unbreakable bond, each member stronger and more compassionate. Paul's journey has come full circle, transforming him into a man of profound wisdom and love. The music school stands as a testament to their resilience, a place where the most profound connections are made through the trials and tribulations they have overcome. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot and helps us bring more great content to you. Also, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future uploads. See you in the next video.